Covenant believe that what they call the silent Cartographer is somewhere under this island. The Cartographer is a map room that will lead us to Halo's control center. The island has multiple structures and installations. One of them contains the map room.
We're approaching the LZ. It's gonna be hot. Get set to come out swinging. Touchdown! Hit it, Marines!
Hoorah!
Go, go, go!
Alright, so first thing I do is I take out this little grunt emplacement on the left so I can grab the plasma pistol and replace the shitty assault rifle. Probably could have done a better job of clearing out the middle, however, because if you listen closely, yeah, you can hear all my Marines just die to a single plasma grenade, but if there's one level not to feel bad about Marines dying, it's definitely this one. I'll explain why that is later. There's definitely a lot of elites here, and although the Marines aren't super helpful, there are 9 of them in this part. It's a big assault, big charge onto the beach. So they make useful meat shields, as you can see.
You're all dead! How about some of this?
I actually did.
Area secure.
Well, I'll explain that later.
Affirmative. Echo 419 inbound. Somebody order a warthog. Music to my ears, Bullhammer. You know our motto. We deliver.
Yeah, somehow only one of my Marines made it out. Well, it's because they all charged stupidly into the plasma grenade at the beginning. That is not my fault. You cannot blame me for that. But I was actually thinking of restarting the whole level so I could have like more than one Marine, but I decided to play it out.
Okay, let's move out. Let's go find the map room that will show us the location of Halo's control center.
You know, basically, like, it's a good showcase that this level is definitely possible without Marine allies. You can easily get through this level.
Mate, nice and smooth now.
One thing that helps is that you can drive past a lot of the encounters. Oh, I almost got stuck and died there. Yeah, if you get stuck while you're in a vehicle, that's basically a death sentence. Barring some
in the cliff wall. I'll bet the silent
circumstances
is somewhere inside that facility.
Now, I tried to take a path that I usually do. Okay, alright, a lot of stuff happened there. I tried to take a path to splatter those 2 red elites. I only got one of them at the cost of the Marine's life, but if you saw what happened there, he got stuck with a grenade and I was super sure that I was dead, but the Marine died right before the grenade went off, so he fell off the Warthog and I was able to drive away, so very lucky for me there. Thank God I'm okay. That's the important part there. This is probably one of the tougher shootouts in the mission, just because there's so many elites. Like as you can see, I've killed I think 2 of them already. There's at least 3 more inside the beginning of the area, inside the building. If you're having trouble with the section, if you noticed earlier, there's a Spirit dropship down on the beach that dropped off some jackals. There's actually an overshield down there that you can go and grab. Personally, I like to save it for later, but you can go and grab it if you want. It'll help if you're having trouble with this part.
The Covenant are putting up a real fight.
Yeah, I'll see.
The Cartographer must be here. My analysis indicates that the map room should be at the bottom floor of this facility. Let's keep going inside.
So I jump. Forget this game has really strict fall damage, so I'm flabbergasted for a second, and then something, as if that wasn't embarrassing enough.
Don't let them lock the doors.
I missed that incredibly easy stick. I am so embarrassed that I just kind of let the Covenant kill me. I'm like, how did I miss that? Wow. At this, I was honestly more tempted to restart the level here than when the Marines
Let's
died.
keep going
Even worse.
inside.
Even worse, if you can imagine, I miss the stick again, die in the exact same
Don't
way.
let them lock the doors.
But I finally get the stick the third time. And what should be a baby simple encounter, I finally clear. I don't know why that gave me so much trouble.
I underestimated the Covenant's understanding of Halo's subsystems. They've locked the doors, and we don't have enough firepower to get through them.
You kind of see the
Cortana to
zealot
keys.
through the door.
Go ahead, Cortana. Have you found the control center?
Negative, Captain. The Covenant have impeded our progress. We can't proceed unless we can disable this installation's security system.
Understood. We're still en route to the objective. I may be out of contact when we get there. Here are your orders. I want you to use any means necessary to force your way into the facility and find Halo's control center. We have to get to the center before the Covenant. And failure, people, is not an option.
Echo 419 to ground teams. I'll stay on station and keep an eye out for Covenant bogies.
Second squad, ready to roll as soon as everybody's topside. LZ looks secure, sir. Nothing moving. Good luck, people. Keys out.
There's the overshield I was talking about
Security
earlier.
override to get this door open.
Very embarrassing. You want to be careful of jackals, because the overcharge plasma pistol, it can still strip your shields even if you're in a vehicle, and the vehicles in Halo 1 are very slow and hard to maneuver, especially the ground ones. I kept that in to kind of show off. There is kind of a Goldilocks zone you can get the Warthog into, where you can shoot and take care of the enemies without them really being able to shoot back. But that kind of can get pretty boring if you do that for every shootout.
It looks like there is a path into the interior of the island.
Over there. That's a lot of jackals. For some reason, this mission has a ton of jackals. You'll see what I mean later, but it's very strange. There's just so many jackals in this mission. Not sure why. Yes, so just to be clear what we're doing, Covenant locked the doors, we need to find a way to unlock the door, and the best way to do that is to explore the island. You're not really given too much direction, kind of open, I guess like pseudo-open world, kind of like the second level, not really. Oh my god, and I missed a third super easy stick this video. Luckily I'm able to salvage that one at least. Yeah, I don't know what was wrong with me the day I was recording this. But, I mean, at least plasma grenades are plentiful, so it's not a huge deal. This is another kind of tricky part, kind of tight, natural corridors with a lot of Covenant, a lot of elites. I will say, though, I feel like this is probably the easiest level overall. Like, I would honestly say this level is easier than the Pillar of Autumn. There aren't really too many extraordinarily tough shootouts. Like, maybe that one at the beginning when you're fighting your way into the Cartographer, like right at the start. There's a few more. But even then, there's nothing like quite on the level as the cafeteria fight at the start of the first level, or the stairwell fight. It's pretty infamous. As you'll see, this level is very plentiful with the health and ammo, like even more so than usual. And there's a lot of overshields. This game it showers you in overshields in this level. And if you know about this game, that actually makes sense because this level was actually the level included in the free demo. So this was, in a way, this was the actual first level of Halo, in a sense, that people played. There's some health and ammo over there, but there's also some hunters guarding some overshields. Now, yeah. The third level may have given you the mistaken impression that Halo 1 hunters are in any way intimidating, but sadly, I'm not sure if it's an oversight or what, but They made it so that the pistol hitting their exposed orange flesh, like the sniper rifle, counts as a hard ping. That makes Halo 1 hunters a total and complete joke. They are probably the least threatening enemy in the game. It's honestly like a sigh of relief whenever they show up, because the game seems to think they're intimidating and threatening and treat them like mini-bosses, but, I mean, they're, yeah, not... You know, this is a good juxtaposition because the encounter immediately after this is significantly harder. Yeah, I mean, yellow jackals are significantly dangerous. There's a lot of them. Luckily, they're weak to grenades. Especially frag grenades. Don't forget the rapid fire trick that you learned in the previous level. Although, overcharge, now that you have your Magnum back, overcharge goes back to being probably the more helpful of the two functionalities. Fun fact, all of the elite voice barks in this game, the black guy from Predator, Sergeant Johnson, they're actually like his voice lines, but played backwards. It becomes more obvious when I'm editing the audio for these videos. You have to reverse footage a lot. I guess that shootout can be a little tricky, because there's a lot of natural cover for the elites to hide behind, and they kind of force you to be aggressive. Speaking of being aggressive, I always love to bully Halo 1 Jackal. Yeah. Bam! I guess a good another even better juxtaposition for the Halo 1 hunters. This encounter is nothing but a large pack of grunts. It's like 6 grunts or something. Look at how much more threatening, like, if you're not careful, these grunts can overwhelm and just kill you. Yeah. I'm honestly more scared of a pack of grunts than I am a Halo 1 hunter. I would honestly say that they don't actually get the hunters right until Halo 3. Halo 2 hunters are like better, but well, you'll see when we get to Halo 2. I will be doing Halo 2 after this faux show. I just wanted to show this little area off to show that it's nice and clear right now. You'll see why. And look at this, three overshields, and then there's the one back there, and then there's the one with the jackals on the beach that I'm saving on purpose. Ooh, intimidating music. What could be down here? Oh, is it something scary? No, just Halo 1 hunters. And if you weren't convinced they were a complete joke, you can shoot them in the stomach. Like, their orange bit is exposed in the stomach too, so you don't even have to trick them into doing that bolt charge. Really, you don't even have to circle around them if you can time it right.
Use the holo panel to shut down the security system.
Now, I just go back here real quick to kind of show you that there's nothing back here, besides some cool visuals, I guess. Nothing back here. That's a favor to my OCD viewers, because I know that little unexplored dongle would drive you crazy. But yeah, let's just shut off the security.
Good. That should open the door that leads into the main shaft.
Mayday! Mayday! Dropship Bravo 22 taking enemy fire! Repeat, we are under heavy fire and are losing altitude! Understood. We're on our way.
Surprise! Might have been a little hard to see. There's white stealth elites here. Very dangerous. In large groups like this. Luckily that one got blown towards me somehow. I don't know how he survived that. I guess this is a good time to mention that plasma grenades in Halo 1, they actually have an EMP effect. So that's why they're especially good at taking out elites, because they strip their shields. Although, I was just trying to kill them with a chain reaction, but just like a mission 3 failed. Since they don't have shields, if you can line up a headshot right on stealth elites, that's actually a one-hit kill. They don't have an energy shield to block it. Okay. Luckily, my plasma grenade worked that time, but there's still 2 more, I believe, to deal with. Or, I guess just 1 more. Okay. Well, either way. Now, you could kind of go out in this room and fight them, but I feel like that's actually a bad idea, because kind of forcing them to engage you in that corridor limits their hiding places and how many avenues of approach they have.
Chief, Bravo 22 was bringing us some heavy weapons. After I
Bravo
saw we were
22?
up against hunters, I thought you could use them. Let's move down the beach. Keep an eye out for any cargo we can salvage.
So, I'm going to take out a few of these grunts standing on the ledge here for later. You'll see why. But yeah, that Pelican dropship got shot down. Now it's there, and there's another resupply stash, including a new weapon down there, which I'll be showing off in a minute. Little minor speedrun trick. You can actually, if you have overshield, you can actually drop down onto the beach and skip this next shootout. Very easy to do, but I'm doing kind of a full path playthrough. I want to at least show off all the encounters, even if I don't engage with them, even if I drive past some of them. That's a question I would pose. There's some... Oh, yeah. I got a little cocky here and got hit with a... That's the plasma pistol overcharge I was talking about. Got a little complacent with my motion tracker again. And yeah, as you can see, it strips right through your overshield. That's another embarrassing miss. But luckily I'm not punished for it. And it's not a huge deal, because if you remember, there's a resupply cache up on that cliff over there. And another overshield. But yeah, would you like me to kill all the Covenant in a level? That could get really boring, but, you know, once again, I guess I would just pose the question. Anyway, I make a little cut there, because nothing interesting happens on the way back to the Warthogs. There's no frag grenades in that other resupply station, or resupply cache, but there are some there. No big deal. A lot of jackals.
Driving in my car right after a beer. Hey, that bomb is shaped like a deer. DUI, how about you die? I'll go 100 miles in an hour. Little do you know, I filled up on gas. I'm a kid, you're bound to make an ass. Pulverize this fog with my cooking truck. It seems you're out of luck.
Yeah, so the reason I took out those grunts earlier is because they'd be throwing plasma grenades down on you, but if you remember, I did miss a few. But yeah, they make that part a little annoying if they can throw plasma grenades down on you. And as you can see, there's another pack of jackals up ahead. But, new weapon, the rocket launcher. This is the heavy firepower Cortana was talking about. Sadly, the Halo 1 rocket launcher, little disappointing, to be honest. It's not as powerful as you'd like it to be. I would honestly prefer a sniper rifle 9 times out of 10. There are situations where you would want a rocket launcher, but for the most part, sniper rifle is the superior power weapon in almost all regards in Halo 1. I am a little scared of these jackals, as you can tell, because I know they're gonna overcharge me. Yeah, just like that. Yeah. But, I mean, there's a health pack right there, so I would rather... No music this time, because I got overcharged, and that's embarrassing, but not a huge deal. Health pack right there, and You know, this is why I leave that overshield back at the start of the level as insurance, because I know that happens to me every time, or near every time. Just a little bit of extra insurance. If you were more careful with your Marines, you could get like a Marine resupply for your Warthog here. Not super big deal, you'll see why. And here, yeah, I get hit. Yeah, that one I don't feel bad about because it's like I don't really think I could have dodged that one. But I did want to just show off real quick. There's a little path up on the right you can take if you want to just skip that encounter. Fuck up my driving, but that's okay. Halo 1 Warthog. So yeah, I finally pick up the overshield here. There are some jackals here, but I don't fuck it up this time. I don't get overcharged again. And I bullied the jackal a little bit back. Speaking of bullying, here's some more Halo 1 hunters. Now you might be thinking to yourself, okay Prisma, you've proven that they're a complete joke with the pistol, but what if, hypothetically, I fired my pistol in the air 132 times and I had no ammo? Well, hunters are, well, you know, even ignoring the rocket launcher, because I think they die in 2 rockets, but I would never waste a rocket launcher. Yeah. I mean, let's say you have no ammo at all. It's honestly not hard to just melee them to death like that. Yeah. Very pathetic, ineffectual, worthless, garbage. No, I'm just kidding. I do think, I don't know. I feel like their AI isn't complicated enough to warrant them being strong. That's a mistake I think a lot of like difficulty rebalance mods make. They just like buff the hunters, but like, well, wasn't there a elite zealot here? I wonder where he went. Oh well. That bottom floor is where we need to get to. It might have been a little hard to see in the classic graphics, but Master Chief kicks a rock down the pit, and as you can hear, well, you didn't hear anything because it didn't make a sound. I was a little surprised there, because that's usually a red elite major that you backsmack, messing with the console. But yeah, like I was saying earlier, there are some enemies in this game that aren't like preset ranks. A lot of the enemy spawn ranks are somewhat variable. There's like a percentage chance that they'll be a given rank. Some are set. Like for example, like that gold elite zealot on the ship's bridge in the previous level. That will always be the gold elite zealot. That was me kind of... Okay, so that's kind of what I mean about the rocket launcher not being as strong as you would like. You can see I kind of hit that... I got the elite like right under his feet, but the red elite, not even a gold elite, the red elite just survived. And I had to finish him off with a pistol, and you know, the whole time, like while I'm switching weapons, he's firing at me. I forgot there were jackals that come up through that door, so my bad, but clutched it out. Rocket launcher is probably better at taking out a pack of jackals, because I mean, you saw in the last level how annoying it can be to get around their shields sometimes. Like, you can get like a group of 2 or 3 of them close together, like, especially the yellow ones might honestly be worth expending a rocket just to deal with them because they're very annoying. Another resupply over here. Yeah, like I said, they're very generous with supply caches and overshields in this level. Very easy level overall, I would say. Well, no level is extraordinarily easy on Legendary, but this is probably the easiest one. Sad part about getting later in the game is we're running out of easy levels. There's only one more level that I would honestly consider easy after this. After that, it's nothing but hard ones. So that could either be a good thing or a bad thing, depending on the viewer. Speaking of difficulty, I did just kind of want to show just that's what I really like about Halo 1 Hunters. Yeah, I guess the one thing that's kind of dangerous about them is their fuel rod guns have a deceptively large hitboxes. The splash damage is a lot larger than you might think it is, so you kind of have to be careful. Luckily, only a direct hit will one-shot you. You can, Master Chief, even on Legendary, can kind of tank the splash damage. Anyway, that Jackal that I killed earlier, it's like, you know, shooting around their shields is hard, so I grab a plasma pistol and I circle around behind them. It's just,
Full hammer to ground teams. You've got 2 enemy dropships coming in fast.
Damn it. Okay, people, we got company coming. Let's set the table. Engage enemy forces on site.
It'll be easier to hold them off from inside the structure. Can you get inside?
Negative. They're closing in too fast. Negative. Chief, you gotta find the Cartographer. We'll keep him busy as long as we can.
Give him hell, Marine. We'll be in a tight spot if we don't get out of here before additional reinforcements arrive. Let's find that map.
so that dialogue right there is why I said don't. If you're somebody who feels bad when their Marines die, this is the level where you shouldn't, because believe it or not, that dialogue triggers all the Marines in the level to die. They die when that dialogue plays. The story implication is they are holding off the waves of Covenant outside so you can get to the map room. You might be wondering, like, oh, well, what happens if, like, say... Well, first of all, they won't follow you inside if, like, they're on foot. You might be wondering, like, okay, what happens if I take 2 Marines in my Warthog and I, like, drive it down here somehow? Well, they just... That's how people know about the trigger, because people tried that, and they just instantly die, even if they're in the Warthog. There's a very specific glitch you can do, like, you like, position them on, like, a stairway that, like, makes it so they survive, but that's a glitch. All the Marines canonically die in this level holding off Covenant for you. So, you know, better make their sacrifice count. I think I blew that elite off the ledge there. I'm pretty sure I did. I guess that's one advantage of the rocket launcher.
There. That holo panel should activate the map.
I do find the rocket launcher to be a fun weapon, even if, like, arguably, I guess the plasma pistol might be a better choice. It's just fun.
Analyzing. Halo's control center is located there. That structure appears to be some sort of temple or shrine, if I've interpreted this correctly. Interesting. A shrine is an unlikely place to put such a significant installation. Cortana to Captain Keyes.
The captain has dropped out of contact, Cortana. His ship may be out of range or having equipment problems.
Keep trying. Let me know when you've re-established contact, and then tell him that the Master Chief and I have determined the location of the control center. We'll be heading there as soon as we're topside.
Affirmative. Full hammer out.
Alright. So, let's fight our way through an army of Covenant to reach the surface. That classic Halo theme. Now, if you're having trouble, there's a little tunnel down here, some active camo. If you're having trouble breaking into the map room with, like, there's like 3 elites guarding it, grab it then. I prefer to save it for this part. I mean, there's 5 Jackal Majors. Triple kill. That's another reason frag grenades are really effective on jackals because it always gets like entrenched jackals to move, so you can backsmack them or shoot around their shields easier. Well, at the very least, rocket splash damage does one-shot the blue elites if you hit them straight on like that. Send them careening over the side. I thought he would run towards his buddies, but oh well, it's still pretty funny. There's a grunt. I stuck a grunt earlier in the level, and he said, "Not again." I wonder what he meant by that. So, here's me. This is the one downside of the Magnum rocket launcher combo. Jackals are kind of annoying to deal with. I kind of, yeah, as you can see, I kind of get fed up there and just shoot them. Whatever. I'm near the end of the mission anyway, as you can probably tell. This part can be a little tricky just because like 2 squads of Covenant come from both ends. Some jackals, elites. That's what I mean about the jackals, like breaking formation. Like he left his head vulnerable. Thought that was kind of a cool effect with the smoke there. And recall there's a resupply cache here. You can get back on your way up. How will Prisma spend his last rocket? I wonder. I left this part in because, to be honest, this Forerunner, or I probably shouldn't say that. This this Halo facility is a little confusing, even for somebody who's played this game a bunch. Sometimes it can be a little hard to find your way up, but let's go up. Now, when I see the second Jackal come up, I decide to spin my last rocket. Well, first I kill that one, and then see the second Jackal, double kill. Man, they all kind of just let me mow them down there. I'm being a little cautious here because I know there's an elite around here somewhere. And once again, I mistake a grunt for an elite on my motion tracker and waste the other charge. I throw a plasma grenade here to kind of force him to keep his distance because I really want full health and shields for this next part. You'll see why. But yeah, as you can see, this is the entrance. Nothing's stopping us from oh. Bet you forgot about the Zealot, didn't you? But he's no problem. No, I pause and go back because I want to refill on my plasma pistol, and I also want to refill my plasma grenades for this next part. One thing about the Elite Zealots, they actually have a higher movement speed than Master Chief, so it's usually better to stand your ground, because if you run, you're just going to get slashed in the back anyway, usually. If you can only run in a straight line, obviously. I guess my point is, running away from them in a straight line is it'll just get you killed. That's one tip for the gold elites. Now, this level, for the most part, mostly the same between heroic and legendary, except this part right here.
Cortana to Echo 419. The Chief and I are topside, requesting pickup.
Roger, on my way.
Yep. So, on heroic and lower, there's like 3 stealth elites here. On legendary, they make you fight 6. Count them, 6 white stealth elites. I do a much better job of fighting this time. This is still a tough counter, I'm not gonna lie. I was playing a little recklessly because this is the end of the mission, so. And now here I was really paranoid because I wasn't sure if I killed 6 or 5. I count the corpses real quick, confirm. I was like, wait, 5? Oh, 6. There's the 6th one. And I finally relax. But yeah, Canonically, Master Chief
Let's
is the
get
only
moving.
survivor.
Foehammer, here are coordinates and a flight plan I've worked up.
Cortana, these coordinates are underground.
The Covenant did a thorough seismic scan, and my analysis shows that Halo is honeycombed with deep tunnels, which circle the whole ring.
I hope your analysis is on the money, Cortana. This Pelican won't turn on a dime.
Look on the bright side, Foehammer. The last thing the Covenant will expect is an aerial insertion from underground.
But alright, that was the Silent Cartographer. Only 2 deaths, but that was the easiest mission in the game. Hope you'll join me for Assault on the Control Room, Mission 5. It's going to be a long one. It's going to be a lot harder. Maybe not as hard as TNR, but still.